So it's just like I thought about the lifestyle I want to have, and I worked my way there. So I'm like, I want to have a job where I deal with people, not corporations, because it's more
Hmm.
personal. I like that. I
Yeah.
like having international clientele because it's like I'm a better news agency than CNN or Fox or wherever, because I have clients from all the world that tell me what's happening on the ground as opposed to like the
Yeah.
propaganda that comes in. So I know I'm always been interested in international stuff, so it's really fun. You know, I'm better at business, so I'm able to make money at it. A lot of immigration lawyers struggle, and a lot of lawyers in general aren't good at money. They're good at academics and writing a brief. But when it comes to managing an office and paying for stuff, they don't really do a good job at that, or branding and stuff. And a lot of lawyers, like I teach at Loyola as well. I remember I had a course there where I'm like, as an attorney, 90% of what you do is branding, marketing, sales, getting clients, and 10% is the law. And one girl, her head almost exploded because she's like, I don't know, because you know the idea of sales sounds greasy and sleazy, but it's like, well,
Hmm.
you could be the best lawyer in the world, but if no one knows who you are, then
Doesn't
no one's
matter.
going to hire you. So
Hmm.
and then there's two ways of doing sales. You could be a sleazy kind of like guy that could or gal that could like really make a sale but doesn't know what they're doing and ruin a case. But the way I do it is like, you know, I learn stuff and then I share that information online and on the social media. I'm like, okay, if you get married, this is what you need to do. And by sharing that information, that knowledge, people see I'm being real and I know what I'm talking about, and that becomes the branding itself. So I'm like all the social media apps, I do live video and all this kind of stuff. And I set up and I just do stuff at home, all this marketing. I don't necessarily have to go on networking events, because one thing that's
Hmm.
going to happen with you guys too is they're going to constantly say, go to networking meetings and talk to people. And that is important, but I found is like most of the time you go to those places, most people are going to talk to are going nowhere in life and are not successful enough to make a living talking with them. And so I went to a lot of these. I spent a lot of hours on these, and most people I met there were not worth the time for me to go there and all the money I spent and drinks or whatever and food. And so one thing is, if you are going to go to one of these group meetings, have one that's expensive to go to, because then you know the people there aren't there to waste time.
Yeah.
But alternatively, what I've been doing is I got really big on LinkedIn last year, how it works. And I would post stuff. I would post thoughtful kind of stuff. It'll take me a while to write up. And I would notice a lot of people would like and comment. And then I'll go through those likes and comments. And I found someone whose background was interesting. I'll just say, hey, let's have a call. I want to see what's going on. Not to make a sale to hire me for immigration attorney, nothing else other than to learn about what they're doing in their craft. And then that would build relationships through these video kind of stuff we're doing. And that would
Hmm.
lead clients and connections all over the place. And my name, my brand would get bigger. But it was always just about getting to know people because I'm interested in people. And so that core, which is a pure nice thing, would have add-ons that were lucrative as well. And that's saving the problem of having to get in the car in LA traffic and go somewhere and have a group of 20 people who are desperate and then talk with them. And then a lot of some are drinking too much. Some are there to pick up each other on a date kind of stuff. Some are don't know what's going on in life. It's more coordinated and more focused. And so if you, I haven't looked up your LinkedIn profiles, but I would say create one, and then as much as possible, make it look good. So if someone wants, if you reach out to someone to talk with them, they're going to look at who you are. And sometimes people like, you know, I'll look at them like, this person doesn't have much background. But I would imagine most people I send it to, where I'm a like professor at 2 schools, I have my own firm, have my own podcast, all this kind of stuff.
Mhm.
Most people are like, okay, what's going on with this guy? Let's talk with him and see what's going on. So it opens that. So whatever you could do to bolster your how you look online, that brand, to help you
Hmm.
out, because you are in college, so it doesn't have that much you could offer other people. But if you just be, you know, open and honest and open to learning and be respectful, which you both are, most people that are decent and good and what they're doing, they'll give the opportunity to talk with them. And then you just got to ask good questions and honest questions and stuff. And it is some people, you know, you ask questions, they give you generic kind of answers, like politicians. You know, we need more education, we need more defense. Like it's like, okay, what does that mean? You know,
Yeah.
Not
but
helpful. Yeah.
yeah, but you go through 5 people, one of them has some good information. That's worth a million right there. And it's just constantly just making networks and talking to people is the best way, and getting connections and see, you know, what they can do for you. And really, you got to come out of what you can do for them. But there's always the aspect of hopefully this has helped me out in life to move things forward.